Hello, I'm Diana Sid, and today we're going to be talking about why good communication can save relationships. Have you ever had a fight with someone you care about just because of a misinterpreted text, or maybe they said something that didn't sit right, or perhaps you did, and suddenly things just went the wrong way? Sounds familiar? Yeah, we've all been through that at a certain point in our lives. The worst part is that sometimes it all starts with just a few words that don't go through the right path and land on the wrong concept, creating a huge misunderstanding between people. Whether it's with a partner, a close friend, even your parents, communication is the thread that holds those relationships together. Without it, that thread starts to fry. And trust me, I had my fair miscommunications, both in classes where we learn about theory and in my daily life with my emotions getting a little bit messy. Those experiences taught me something so simple, such as communication that we do in our daily basis, yet so powerful at the same time. Having good communication isn't just helpful, it's essential if we want to maintain a good, durable, strong relationship. So today, I want to break it down to three simple but really important points: how communication builds trust, how miscommunication creates conflict, and how clear communication can help solve problems faster. Let's start off with the good stuff, which is how communication builds trust. It's the foundation of any healthy relationship. When you can be honest and say what you really feel without fear of being judged or ignored, that builds a kind of safe environment between people. You're not just bursting words out of your mouth, you're speaking freely, and that's powerful. It can have a good impact or a bad impact. But when that openness is missing, assumptions start to creep in. People begin to wonder, what did she really try to say with that? What was the meaning behind that? Or why didn't she say that earlier or before the moment? That's when doubt sneaks in and slowly erodes the connection. Think about couple who check in each with other emotionally. Maybe they ask, "How are you feeling about that?" Or is there something on your mind? That kind of open conversation helps them work through between each other their issues before both of them explode and things get a little bit messy. It's not magic, it's just having a good communication between each other. Get it right. And even friendships thrive this way. When friends feel safe talking about their hard stuff, or such as jealousy, distance, or their feelings got hurt, that's when friendship bonds get stronger, not weaker nor broken. But now let's flip to the other side of the coin. Miscommunication is the root of so many conflicts in life. And honestly, most arguments aren't about what was actually said, they're about how it was interpreted. Tone, timing, body language, all of them matter. Some more than others, but they still hit to the point where it gets a feeling. Sometimes people aren't even aware they're being misunderstood until things get blown up or call out. Like, have you ever sent a sarcastic text and the other person totally didn't get it? Suddenly you're arguing over something that even need to be an issue at the first point. It's like it came out of nowhere. Or maybe you said something without realizing the other person was already upset. And now it's a whole thing. Miscommunication often stems from poor listening or ignoring someone's emotional cues. And once that damage is done, it's hard to walk it back. Even in the workplace or group projects, a simple message or unclear instruction can turn into tension or even resentment. So it's not just a romantic relationship thing that suffers. Miscommunication can ripple out in every part of your life. That's it. Healthy communication can solve problems a lot faster. It's not about avoiding conflict altogether, it's about handling it in a better way, more civilized. When you express yourself calmly and listen with the goal of understanding, not just responding and talking back words that don't make connections or aren't clear, you're creating a space where both people feel seen and heard. And that makes a huge difference. Let's say someone says, "Hey, I just need a little more of a space to cool myself down." That's so much better than going silent or ghosting that person. It's a small shift, but it can save a relationship from drama that's not unnecessary. Communication doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be honest and respectful. And here's the truth: even uncomfortable conversations were done right can actually bring people closer. When you talk to them to when you take the time to understand them, they actually bring both of us together into a more closer way of understanding. When you take the time to show that takes the time for you to understand that you care enough to make things work. So let's bring this all together. We talked about how good communication builds trust, how miscommunication brings conflict, and how healthy communication can resolve problems before they get worse. Now, think about your own relationships. Is there a conversation you've been avoiding, or maybe a message that you could deliver a little bit more of a clear way? Chances are improving how you communicate could make a bigger impact than you think. And maybe, just maybe, that last fight over a text message wasn't really about the words, but how they were delivered. In the end, love, friendships, and even family, they all matter. But what really holds them all together is communication. It's the glue. And when we get that right, everything else gets a little bit easier. Thank you.